Good morning, students. Now, in the last class, we have completed exercise 2.3, which is relation of divisor, dividend, remainder, and quotient. Now, today we will start our new topic, that is exercise 2.3, whether the given polynomial is the factor of the given polynomial or not. Now, in the last class, we have seen that if Px upon Gx gives a remainder equal to 0, then Gx is the factor of Px. Now another method is only for linear polynomial. Linear polynomials means whose power is 1, highest power is 1, that is called degree is 1. Now here the exercise is exercise 2.4. The first question is determine which of the following polynomial has x plus 1 as a factor. Now the first sub question is Px is given x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Now there are two methods. I will solve the same question by both the method and then we will decide which method we will follow. Okay. See, the first method is long division. Okay, I will write this again. X cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Now I will divide this by x plus 1. This is the same question I copied over there. That is exercise 2.4 question 1 sub question 1. Now here it is x plus 1 and the first term is x cube. So in the long division we have to multiply this by x square. So now it is x cube plus x square, minus minus get cancelled. The left term is x plus 1. Now x plus 1 ones are x plus 1, minus minus get cancelled, will get 0. So here remainder is 0. That's why we can say that x plus 1 is the factor of the given polynomial. But the another method is method number 2. If we consider x plus 1, then x plus 1 equal to 0, it means x equal to minus 1. Now in another method, we have to find p of minus 1. So original question is x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. If I will put minus 1, then minus 1 cube plus minus 1 square plus minus 1 plus 1. So minus 1 cube is minus 1. Minus 1 square is 1, then minus 1, then plus 1. 1 minus 1 get cancelled and 0. This way also we can say that minus 1 satisfies the polynomial, hence x minus 1 is the factor of this polynomial. Now I think the second method is more preferable, easier than this first one. You can solve the question number 1 by method 1, then also you will get the full marks, and method 2, then also you will get the full marks. Okay, this method is known as long division method and this method is known as substitution method. You can choose any one method for the solving question. Now we will solve the second question of the main question 1. See, the second question is x raised to 4 plus x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Again the same question, x plus 1 equal to 0, so we will get x equal to minus 1. Now we will put minus 1 everywhere wherever the x. So minus 1 power 4, minus 1 power 3, minus 1 power square, minus 1 plus 1. So minus 1 power 4 is plus 1. then minus 1, plus 1, minus 1, plus 1. 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1 get cancelled. We get 1, which is not 0. So x plus 1 is not a factor of the given polynomial. This way you have to solve the sub question number 3. Now we'll go with sub question number 4. See, sub question number 4 is x cube minus x square minus bracket 2 plus root 2x plus root 2. Clear? Now we'll substitute same thing, x equal to minus 1. So minus 1 power 3, minus of minus 1 power 2 minus 2 plus root 2 along with x, that is minus 1 plus root 2. Now open this. Minus 1 cube means minus 1. Minus 1 square is plus 1, but due to this negative sign it is minus 1. Now this minus and this minus 1 mix up and it becomes plus 1. So we'll write plus 2 plus root 2 and the last is plus root 2. Now this minus 1 and plus 2, minus 1 minus 2 plus 2 get cancelled. Okay. So now left term is negative root, positive root 2, positive root 2. You see 2 times root 2. Right. So because 2 times root 2 is not 0, we can say that x plus 1 here for question number 4, x plus 1 is not a factor of px, that is this polynomial. Clear? So what exactly we have to do in this? In this question, only you have to substitute the value. Suppose it is given x plus a, you have to substitute x equal to minus a in the polynomial. And if it is x minus a, you have to substitute x equal to plus a in the polynomial. If it gives you 0, then it is called a factor. If different from 0, then it is not a factor. Now question number 2. See, question number 2 is also almost same. Question number 2 is use the factor theorem to determine whether gx is a factor of px in each of the following cases. Now, what do you mean by factor theorem? See, in in example number 14, factorize y square minus 5y plus 6 by using the factor theorem. Factor theorem means we have to first of all find the factor and then we have to divide them or we can factorize them and check whether we will get 0 or not. Okay, so in factor theorem only you have to find the factor and then check whether they satisfies the polynomial or not. See, again I will repeat the question. Using the factor theorem to determine whether gx is a factor of px in each of the following cases. Now again observe these three questions. All three questions contain linear equation as a gx, like in first x plus 1, second x plus 2 and third x minus 3. As I told you, you have to substitute the value of x in the polynomial. Now we'll start question number 2. We will solve question number 1 and question number 3. First question, the first question, px is given 2 of x cube plus x square minus 2x minus 1 and gx is given x plus 1. As I told you, from this we can say that x equal to minus 1 and that we will substitute here. So p of minus 1 is 2 of minus 1 cube plus minus 1 square minus 2 of minus 1 and minus 1. Now we know that minus 1 cube is minus 1 into 2, so it is minus 2. Minus 1 square is plus 1. Minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2 and the last one is minus 1. Minus 2 plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, we get 0. Hence we can say that gx is factor of polynomial px. Why? Because we get a remainder 0, or we can say minus 1 substitute the polynomial. That's why we can say it is a factor. Now same way the third one. In third question, px is given x cube minus 4 of x square plus x plus 6, and gx is given x minus 3. Now observe this. Because of this x minus 3, we can say that value of x is equal to 3, and that we will substitute here. So now p of 3 is 3 cube, 3 square, 3 and 6. 3 cube means 3 into 3 into 3. 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. Now 3 square. 3 square is 3 into 3, that is 9, and 9 4s are 36, plus 3 plus 6. Now 27 plus 3 is 30, plus 6 36. So positive 36 negative 36 gives us 0. Hence we can conclude that gx is factor of given polynomial px. Clear? Gx is the factor of the given polynomial px. Now question number 2 completed. Question number 3. See, in question number 3, the question is like this. See, the question is, find the value of k if x minus 1 is the factor of px in each of the following cases. Now, first of all, tell me, what do you mean by the factor? If x minus a is factor of px, polynomial px, then p of a must be 0, right? Because we know that if x minus a is the factor, value of x is equal to a, and that I will substitute, definitely we get answer 0, remainder is 0. So in this case, the factor is x minus 1, that is given. So we'll substitute x equal to 1 in polynomial, and we consider directly answer is 0 because remainder is 0. Now the first question of question number 3. See, the polynomial px is x square plus x plus k. Here the question is x minus 1 is the factor. It means value of x is 1, that we will substitute over here and we can answer 0. So we can say p of 1 is 0. See, this is nothing but px, given polynomial. Now p of 1 is 0, so we will substitute here. So 1 square plus 1 plus k equal to 0. It means 2 plus k equal to 0. That's why k equal to minus 2. So this is the final answer of k, when x minus 1 is the factor of the given polynomial px. And that way you have to solve the remaining question. Now we will solve question number 2. Question number 2 is, see, the polynomial px is given 2 of x square plus kx plus root 2. Again, p of, see, the factor is given x minus 1, so we can say x equal to 1. So 2 into 1 square plus k into 1 plus root 2. 1 square is 1 into 2, that is 2, plus k plus root 2 equal to 0. As we know that x minus 1 is factor, p of 1 is 0. So 2 plus root 2 will shift on that side. So k is equal to minus of 2 plus root 2. This is the final answer for the k. Now I will give you the remaining 2 questions as a homework. You have to do the same thing. Wherever you will see x, you have to substitute 1, and at last you have to consider the answer 0. Now it is clearly seen that in each polynomial they contain 2 things, x and k. If I will say x is equal to 1, then only the unknown term is k. So definitely we will compare that with 0, we will get the value of k. Now fourth question. Fourth question is little bit different. That I will explain first and then we will solve the question. See, in fourth question, the question is factorize. See, the question is factorize. See, during factorize, observe the polynomial. There are 2 kinds of polynomial in your syllabus. First, and second. First is second degree polynomial and third degree polynomial. Second degree polynomial having a different approach and third degree polynomial having different approach. Second degree polynomial covered under question number 4 and third degree polynomial covered under question number 5. Observe the question number 5 also. All the polynomial are cubic polynomial and the fourth question all are quadratic polynomial. Now, first of all, we will discuss the approach to how to solve the second degree polynomial. For second degree polynomial, if I will say what is the general form, then I have to write ax square plus bx plus c. What is the procedure? Every time you have to multiply first and last, that is coefficient of x square and the constant term, and that you have to adjust at middle. That you have to follow every time. Now we'll solve the question, right? So it will give you clear idea. Now the question is 12 of x square minus of 7x plus 1. Now observe this question and tell me what is the value of a. As I wrote here, coefficient of x square is a, that is 12, b that is minus 7, and c that is constant term 1. Now as I told you, you have to take always product of a and c. Okay, what you have to write? B is the combination of either a plus c or a minus c. Okay, this ac we have to write. Now see, 12 ones are 12, so you have to express this 7 as the combination of either addition or subtraction. Now tell me the factor of 12. There are 3 factors. The first factor, which we say is 4 into 3, which is suitable for this because 7. Another is 6, 2s are 12. Now if I will add and here I will subtract. If I will add, then we get 8. If I will subtract, then I will get 4. Here, if we add, then answer 7. If we subtract, then answer 1. Which one is suitable here? 4 3s are 12, which gives 7, so addition. So what exactly we will write here? For this we will write here 12x square minus 4x minus 3x plus 1. See, 4 and 3, 7 and 4, 3s are 12. Right? Now after that you have to make a pair of 2, 2. What we can take common from these two? Definitely 4 as well as x. What is left? 3x minus 1. If I will take negative sign common from these two, again it is left 3x minus 1. So finally 3x minus 1 again common, and 4x minus 1 is the another factor. So 3x minus 1 and 4x minus 1 is the answer of this polynomial. Now it is not every time you have to write 4 first and 3 first. It is up to you. You can write the same thing, 12x square, then minus 3x, then minus 4x, then plus 1, because at last we want minus 7x. Here also we get minus 7x, here also we get minus 1x. Now, but after this you have to make 2, 2 pair. So what we can take common here? 3x. What is left? 4x minus 1. Again we take minus 1 common, we get 4x minus 1. So answer is 3x minus 1, 4x minus 1. See the answer. So it is not fixed that you have to write larger number as first or smaller number as first. It is up to you. You can write any number. Clear? Now question number 2. See, question number 2, the question is 2x square plus 7x plus 3. See, here the product is 3 2s are 6. We have to make a product of 6 which gives 7. So it is clearly seen that 6 1s are 6. So we will write 2x square plus 6x plus x plus 3. What we can take common? 2x. What is left? X plus 3. What we can take common? 1. What we will get? X plus 3. So final answer is x plus 3 and 2x plus 1. So these are the factor of the given polynomial. So what exactly we have to do? We have to split the middle term in such a way that we will get the answer either addition form or subtraction form. Now we'll solve third sub question. The third sub question is 6x square plus 5x minus 6. Now tell me the product of these two. See the product. Product gives 36. We have to make a factor of 36 which gives us 5. Now it is clearly seen that, see, by practice you can factorize this. 5. So 9 4s are 36 and difference of 9 and 4 is 5. So we will write 6x square, positive 9x, negative 4x, negative 6. Positive 9, negative 4 gives positive 5x. Now make it factor of 2. Combination of 2 we can take common 3x. What is left here? 2x plus 3. Now what we can take common from here? Minus 2. What is left? 2x plus 3. So final answer is 3x minus 2 and 2x plus 3. So this is the final answer of sub question number 3. This way you have to solve the last question, that is sub question number 4. Now question number 5 will discuss in the next class. Thank you, students.